What years did you race the outdoor nationals? Like 2011, 12, 13 around?
11, 12, and 13. And I think that was... What is going on up there?
Just playing piano.
11, 12, and 13. Beyond that, I think I showed up and did like miscellaneous pop-ins.
Yeah.
Once or twice. I think maybe I did one in 17 randomly. And was that it? No, I had to have done one more recent than that. I can't remember. But yeah, the 3 years of like really properly doing outdoors, 2011, I was on a YZ 450. I would have been like 17 years old. I was fast that year, but I got horrible arm pump, and I was also like really little, and I couldn't figure out my cramping situation, and I couldn't figure out how to make it 30 minutes plus 2 laps without like feeling like I was going to die.
Yeah.
And what it come to find out, it wasn't because I wasn't in shape, but I was burning so many calories and I wasn't eating the right types of foods. So I was like, my body was burning muscle before I could get anywhere close to the end of that moto. And I just never had anything in the tank. So there was multiple times that year, like Paula, I got the whole shot, I think. And I was like riding top 10 for like 10, 15 minutes of the moto. Budds Creek, I feel like I remember running top 10 for a good portion of the moto, 15, 20 minutes even. Yeah. And then like at the 15, 20 minute mark, it was just like
downhill
nothing.
From there. Yeah.
And it was really frustrating at the time.
So
and it would always bump me just out of like points. So I'd end up like getting 21st after all that work and being up in a point spot the whole time. I scored my first point at Washougal that year on the Yamaha. I think I got 19th or 17th or something like that. Following year, 2012, is when I rode for a factory KTM team, factory supported KTM team. That was a crazy, I think I've told stories of that year before, but like a really bad year mentally. Yeah. I was fairly fast and fairly consistent, but I was like a 16th to 19th place guy. I feel like I remember getting a lot of 17th, 18th, and 19th. And that's kind of where I lived. Yeah. And then, which is hard to do in outdoors. I mean, you got to be pretty fast to be finishing 20, there. Yeah. That year, I don't think I had speed to really finish up above that necessarily. It was kind of like I was just landing there consistently every moto. 2013, I was on a Cowie 450 again. That was 250 the year before. Cowie 450. And that was the year I got 4th in Supercross. I got 10th in points, bunch of top 10s in Supercross. So I was like somewhat confident. Yeah. Still not really somehow, but somewhat. I was like a 16th to 18th place guy. Yeah. Wasn't super fast. I was like, I would ride the whole moto, and this was the opposite problem in 2011. I would ride the whole moto in like 25th place, and then, 28 minutes into the moto, I'd just start clicking guys off, and I would never ever get tired. Yeah. And that year I was totally different build. So 2011, when I was 17, I was probably 150 pounds, 145 pounds. In 2013, I was 168. So it's quite a bit. I was almost 20 pounds heavier, jacked. Yeah. And so I just had, some fat, I guess, a little bit more fat, and just like I could last longer. Yeah. Yeah. In 2011, I couldn't last at all. It was pitiful. I want to go back to riding some outdoors. Yeah. I think it'd be really, really fun to get in good shape again, get fast again, rides, because the tracks are so rough. It's so fun. Yeah. Because it's a challenge.
Yeah. That's why part of the reason I love Southwick is it's so rough. So
you could be so creative and just like try anything and go anywhere. And then what's fun about outdoors too is how long the motos are. To have 35 minutes to just go explore. Yeah. Basically, it's cool. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, you can do so on Spotify and Apple Music. If you want to send in your own video submission, you can join us in the Moto Academy family inside of the Moto Academy app by just going to themotoacademy.com. That's also where you can sign up for a class. Okay, guys, see you next episode.